Page 248 is the best page in this book. You don't even have to read any of this. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Deborah Pettit, and of course the heater has to go on right now. That's better. I read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it's been around forever. It's 1938, I think the first one came out, and then they revamped it in the 80s. I have heard of this book my entire life, and I thought, I should probably read it. I will give you my honest opinion at the end, but you're probably already looking like, oh, maybe she didn't like it so much. But let's break this apart. Okay, so seriously, like I said in the opening, the whole book is summed up on page 248 and 249. Seriously, this is it. Yeah, so let's go through it. I said, be a leader. A leader's job often includes changing your people's attitudes and behavior. Some suggestions to accomplish this, and then he lists 9 principles. I cannot go and force people to think a certain way or act a certain way. I can only change my attitudes and change my behavior. And a lot of times when we do that, we inspire people, we encourage people to do certain things. I might be a teacher of 30 kids, and I can't change any of their behavior. I can encourage them to do certain things, but I can't make them be a certain way. But what I can do is be a good leader, be a good example. These are the things that will help you to succeed. And I can exude that, I can show that. And if they want to emulate me, then they choose that themselves. But I did like some of these principles. Principle 1 was begin with praise and honest appreciation. I love that because when I show appreciation to my students or to a spouse or to friends or even strangers, I might go and I see the janitor cleaning the floors and I say, wow, thank you so much for doing that. Wow, what a smile on their face. It made their day. And I think that is a really great way to encourage other people. And he'll say, that's how you make friends. My biggest problem with this was that I felt like he was trying to earn the right to be friends. And that's okay to an extent. But I felt like it was always the purpose of it was to make friends. And I feel like, well, how about I be a friend to somebody else instead of me going and winning friends? How about I'm just friendly and I encourage other people just because, hey, it's part of life and it's a beautiful thing. Number 2 was call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. That was a big problem. I did not like that because I'm a person who tells the truth. I try very hard to be honest but kind. Principle 3, talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. And you know what? This is great. Correcting yourself before having to correct somebody else. I like that. Principle 4 was ask questions instead of giving direct orders. I love this with kids, especially. Like a kid will ask me a question, and then I ask the same question to them. Do you think you need to do this? Or um, what do you think? Do you think that's right? And they'll they'll be like, oh yeah, I do. And I feel like they get more confidence in themselves and in their answer. So then you don't even have to be a part of it. That's a good way to teach, I think. Let the other person save face. Yeah, we don't want to crush them. We don't have to embarrass them in front of other people. Principle 6, you know what? As a kid, I loved Principle 6. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Be hearty in your appreciation and lavish in your praise. So yeah, I thought it was really good to go through this part because um, when I was a kid, I had a very hard time in school, but there were teachers who praised the slightest improvement, and uh, they invested in me. And I am so grateful for that. So, yes, I think this is so important. And you know what? As adults, we need praise too. We need that appreciation that people can come alongside and wrap their arms around us and say, "You're doing better today than you did yesterday. Good job." You know. 7 is give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. That chapter was a little bit iffy. Let's just leave it at that. If you're interested in it, go read the chapter. Use encouragement is principle 8. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Well, sometimes I fall hard on my face and have a lot of cleanup, right? Sometimes we have to just face the music and clean up our mess. And principle 9, make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. Making people do things. Again, I can't make anybody do anything anyway. Again, we're coming full circle now, aren't we? The very beginning, make them have a different attitude and behavior. Make them happy. I can't do either. I cannot force a person to be happy. I can choose to be happy myself. But not only that, but I feel like when you're trying to get a person to do something and you're trying to do it in a roundabout way, it's manipulation. I don't see I don't see good fruit coming from that. So, what did I think of the overall book? I was really disappointed. I was seriously disappointed. I've heard, again, my entire life I've heard really nothing but good things from this book, and did not live up to my expectations at all. Last week we talked about Atomic Habits, and it was much better than this. There were still things that I disagreed with, but this one, nope, I was not a fan. So yeah, what did you guys think? If you have read this book, what was one thing that you really loved about it? If you read it and you didn't really like it, what was one thing that you didn't like about it? And I am really excited. Next week, we are going to have something special on YouTube. So keep watching, subscribe, and like my video, please. Yeah, it definitely helps. And it also helps you to be able to see my video pop up when my new one comes. All right. So have a great week and we'll see you later. Bye.